As an admin, the way you set up field docs in XactRestore Pro impacts what your field techs are required to capture on site. With the right setup, field docs helps standardize documentation, reduce discrepancies, and ensure each project is documented correctly from start to finish. In this video, we'll walk through how to configure field docs in XactRestore Pro, from setting default requirements by loss type to adding required documents and signatures and creating report templates. Let's get started. From the XactRestore dashboard, click Admin, then select Field Docs. This is where you define documentation, readings, and media required for the loss type selected for each project. Start by selecting the Settings dropdown. Use the filters to narrow down the type of loss you want to configure, such as residential water, commercial water, fire, or mold. Once you select a loss type to configure, you'll see the settings that control what field techs are required to capture at a loss site. Field Docs allows you to define requirements for the project, rooms, levels, and active docs. In the project settings, you can require items that apply to the entire job, such as outdoor temps, moisture readings, and images. In the rooms and level settings, you can define what readings, equipment, media, and documentation are required to be captured for each affected space. As you select or update requirements, your changes are saved automatically. What you configure here directly controls what field techs see in the XR mobile app. Anything marked as required will appear with a red indicator, guiding techs through exactly what needs to be collected on site. Field techs won't be able to move forward until the required information is captured. This helps remove guesswork and ensures consistent documentation across all projects. Be sure to configure default designations as well. Default settings act as a fallback if a project is created without a specific loss type. This ensures field docs still applies the correct requirements, even when project details are incomplete. You can also require documents to be completed as part of the field docs workflow. To add a document, click Documents, then Add New Document. Choose the document type. Give it a name and description. Define when the document must be completed, the start of field documentation, during the project, or at completion. Then upload the file. You can edit the document to add signature fields, initials, or additional inputs as needed. Back in Settings, Active Docs lets you select which documents should be required for that loss type. If you have a FEMA flood document, you'll probably assign that to storm damage and leave it unchecked for a fire loss. You'll want to make sure you configure active docs for each type of loss and as you add in new documents. You can also create report templates for field documentation, making it easy to generate consistent reports for different audiences. To create a template, go to Report Templates, then click Create. Give the template a clear name, such as Carrier Report or Homeowner Report, and select which sections you want included. For example, a carrier-facing report might include all available documentation, while a homeowner report may only include a subset of images and details. Once you've selected the options you want, click Save. You can edit or delete report templates at any time as your needs change. When you're ready to generate a report, open a project. Select Reports, then Field Documentation. Choose the report template you want to use, along with any opening or closing statements you'd like included. You can review the report details, make any adjustments if needed, and click Apply to generate the report. From here, you can toggle the report options bar and download the report for sharing or submission. Once your field techs begin capturing information in the field, you can view everything directly from the Field Docs tab within the project. You can navigate between the project view and individual areas or rooms, Here you can clearly see what has already been captured, including readings, media, and equipment. Media is organized by before, during, and after, making it easy to review everything in context. You can quickly confirm that the required images were captured and that the documentation aligns with the work performed. You can also review submitted readings, ambient and moisture readings, along with the associated photos used to document and timestamp those values. Equipment placed on site is visible within the same workflow, giving you a complete picture of what was used, where it was placed, and how it supports the documentation for the project. If a project is still in progress, Field Docs makes it easy to see which required items are still pending. Any outstanding documentation is clearly indicated, allowing you to track progress without needing to contact the field tech or dig through separate reports. This visibility helps you review work as it's happening, address gaps early, and ensure projects are fully documented before they're finalized. Once your Field Docs settings are configured, they're automatically applied when projects are created using the associated loss type and property designation. This means your field techs are guided through the right documentation every time, without needing additional instructions or follow-up. Field Docs and XactRestore Pro helps you create a consistent, repeatable process for documenting restoration work. By setting it up correctly, you help your team work more efficiently, reduce documentation discrepancies, and keep projects moving smoothly. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more expert tips each week.